Saving money sounds simple. Spend less, save more. But if it were really that easy, millions of Americans wouldn't still struggle to build an emergency fund, pay off debt, or prepare for unexpected expenses. Here's the surprising part. Many people don't need a higher salary to improve their finances. They simply need a better system for managing the money they already earn. In today's video, we'll walk through practical, research-backed strategies that can help you spend less, save more, and make smarter financial decisions without giving up everything you enjoy. And make sure you stay until the end, because one of the simplest techniques on this list could help you avoid hundreds or even thousands of dollars in unnecessary spending over time. Whether you're trying to build an emergency fund, pay off debt, save for retirement, or simply gain more control over your monthly budget, small financial habits can make a surprisingly big difference. The good news is that lasting financial progress doesn't usually come from one dramatic change. More often, it comes from making consistent improvements that build momentum over time. Let's begin with the foundation of every successful savings plan. Create a budget that works for you. The first step towards saving more money is knowing exactly where your money is going. Financial planners often recommend creating a budget because it removes much of the guesswork from day-to-day spending. Instead of making financial decisions in the moment, you already have a plan in place. One widely used budgeting approach is the 50-30-20 rule. Under this method, around 50% of your after-tax income goes toward essential expenses like housing, groceries, transportation, and utilities. About 30% is reserved for discretionary spending, including entertainment, dining out, and hobbies. The remaining 20% is directed towards savings and extra debt payments beyond minimum requirements. Keep in mind that these percentages are guidelines, not strict rules. Your situation may require adjustments, and that's perfectly normal. The goal is to create a system you can realistically stick with over the long term. Once you have a budget in place, the next question becomes, what exactly are you saving for? Set clear savings goals. Saving becomes much easier when your money has a purpose. Rather than simply trying to save more, choose specific goals that are both realistic and measurable. That goal might be building an emergency fund, paying off debt faster, setting aside money for holiday expenses, or increasing your retirement savings. Breaking a larger goal into monthly or yearly targets makes it easier to track your progress and stay motivated. Many people also separate savings into dedicated funds for different purposes. Keeping money organized this way can help you see exactly how close you are to reaching each financial milestone and reduce the temptation to spend those funds elsewhere. But even with clear goals, there's one habit that often surprises people: simply paying attention to where their money actually goes. Track every dollar you spend. It's difficult to save money if you don't know where it's disappearing each month. Tracking your spending helps reveal patterns that are easy to miss, whether it's frequent restaurant meals, unused subscriptions, or impulse purchases. Many budgeting apps can automatically categorize expenses, making it easier to review your monthly cash flow. Some families even manage their finances together through shared budgeting tools, giving everyone a complete picture of household spending. That kind of visibility often makes it much easier to identify unnecessary expenses and make informed financial decisions together. The goal isn't to eliminate every enjoyable purchase, it's simply to become more intentional with your money. Now that you know where your money is going, let's look at how to help your savings grow even faster. Make your savings work hard. Where you keep your savings can make a meaningful difference over time. Many people choose high-yield savings accounts because they typically pay higher interest than traditional savings accounts, allowing deposits to grow faster while remaining easily accessible. Some banks also let you organize your savings into separate categories, or buckets, for different goals, such as emergency expenses, home maintenance, travel, or holiday shopping. As your financial priorities change, those categories can be adjusted without creating entirely new accounts. The key idea is simple: don't just save money. Give every dollar a purpose and place it somewhere that helps it grow while keeping it available when you need it most. Put your savings on autopilot. One of the easiest ways to save consistently is to remove the need to think about it. Many financial planners recommend automating your savings. Instead of waiting to see what's left at the end of the month, schedule automatic transfers as soon as you get paid. That could mean sending part of every paycheck directly into a savings account or setting up recurring transfers through your bank. Automation helps turn saving into a habit rather than a monthly decision. It's especially useful if you're building an emergency fund, saving for a home down payment, or working toward other long-term financial goals. Because once the process runs automatically, you're far less likely to skip a month or spend that money elsewhere. And over time, those consistent contributions can add up faster than many people expect. Saving more isn't only about setting money aside. Sometimes the fastest way to improve your finances is by reducing what you owe. Eliminate high-interest debt. First, not all debt has the same financial impact. According to Experian, debt with interest rates above 8% is generally considered high-interest debt. Credit cards and some personal loans often fall into this category. The longer those balances remain unpaid, the more interest accumulates, making it harder to save and reach other financial goals. If your budget allows, paying more than the minimum payment can reduce both the total interest you'll pay and the time it takes to become debt-free. NerdWallet's Consumer Outlook report also found that 30% of Americans plan to pay off one or more debts in full during 2026. Doing so could free up room in their monthly budgets for savings, investing, or other financial priorities. Every balance you eliminate is another step toward greater financial flexibility. For some households, though, another type of debt deserves special attention: student loans. Look for ways to lower student loan costs. If you have student loans, reducing your monthly payment may be possible without falling behind on your obligations. Depending on your circumstances, repayment plans based on income or family size may lower monthly payments and make your budget easier to manage. Some borrowers also explore refinancing, although whether that makes sense depends on factors like interest rates and individual financial situations. Another simple option is enrolling in automatic payments if your lender offers an interest rate discount. And whenever possible, making extra payments toward the loan principal can shorten the repayment period and reduce the total amount of interest paid over time. The right approach will vary from one borrower to another, but reviewing your repayment options could uncover meaningful savings. If student loans aren't your biggest monthly expense, your mortgage might be. Could refinancing your mortgage save you money? For homeowners, mortgage refinancing may be worth considering, especially if lower interest rates become available and the numbers work in your favor. A lower mortgage rate could potentially reduce monthly payments by hundreds of dollars. However, refinancing isn't free. There are often upfront costs, including application fees, appraisal expenses, and other closing costs. That's why it's important to compare the long-term savings with the initial costs before making a decision. Mortgage refinance calculators can help estimate whether refinancing could save money over time based on your specific loan details. The key takeaway is simple: don't assume refinancing is automatically the right move, but don't ignore the opportunity either. Taking time to evaluate the numbers could lead to substantial savings over the life of your loan. Cut monthly bills by canceling unused subscriptions. Even small monthly charges can quietly drain your budget. That's why reviewing your subscriptions every few months can be one of the quickest ways to reduce unnecessary spending. According to a NerdWallet survey, more than half of U.S. adults, 55%, plan to significantly reduce their subscriptions in 2026 as part of their money-saving efforts. One NerdWallet writer conducted a personal subscription audit and found $1,470 in annual savings, simply by canceling services that no longer provided enough value. A good place to start is by listing every recurring payment, from streaming services and apps to memberships and digital subscriptions. Then ask yourself one simple question: if I didn't already have this subscription, would I pay for it again today? If the answer is no, it may be time to let it go. After trimming your monthly expenses, the next opportunity comes every time you shop. Become a smarter shopper. Saving money isn't just about spending less, it's also about spending more strategically. If you're planning to buy furniture, appliances, electronics, or even a vehicle, timing can make a noticeable difference. Many retailers offer significant discounts during seasonal sales events, making it worthwhile to plan major purchases instead of buying immediately. Before committing, compare prices over time rather than assuming every advertised sale is truly a bargain. Price-tracking browser extensions and coupon tools can also help you monitor price history and automatically apply available discounts while shopping online. Another useful habit is the 30-day rule. Instead of buying something the moment you want it, give yourself time to think. Place the item in your shopping cart or write it on a wish list and revisit the decision later. You may realize you don't actually need it, or you might even receive a promotional discount after leaving the item in your cart. If waiting an entire month feels too long, even a 24 or 48-hour pause can reduce impulse purchases. And while you're thinking about shopping smarter, don't overlook everyday household essentials. Save on everyday purchases. Many families repeatedly buy the same household products throughout the year. Items like paper towels, toiletries, cleaning supplies, batteries, and other essentials may seem inexpensive individually, but the cost adds up over time. One practical strategy is to stock up during major sales events, purchasing products you already use regularly while they're discounted. Keeping track of your household inventory can also prevent last-minute purchases at full price. Another way to stretch your budget is by shopping at thrift or consignment stores. Many secondhand items, from clothing to children's toys and books, are available in excellent condition at significantly lower prices. Of course, regardless of where you shop, comparing prices helps ensure you're actually getting a good deal. The goal isn't simply to buy more because something is on sale. It's to buy wisely and avoid paying full price whenever possible. But what if you've already cut expenses and still find it difficult to save? Know where to find financial assistance. Sometimes budgeting alone isn't enough. If you've reduced unnecessary spending and you're still struggling to make ends meet, seeking assistance may be the most practical next step. Depending on your circumstances, government assistance programs may help reduce expenses related to utilities, food, childcare, and other essential needs. Another resource is 211, a confidential service available around the clock that connects people with local support programs for housing, healthcare, emergency assistance, food, and other community services. And if you're having difficulty paying a loan, utility bill, or other recurring expense, don't wait until you've missed multiple payments. Contact your lender or service provider as early as possible. Many companies offer hardship assistance, alternative payment arrangements, deferred payments, or other programs that may help eligible customers during financial difficulties. Asking for help early often provides more options than waiting until the situation becomes more serious. Building stronger finances doesn't happen overnight. It comes from making consistent decisions that gradually improve your financial position over time. Whether you start by creating a budget, automating your savings, paying down high-interest debt, reviewing subscriptions, or becoming a more intentional shopper, every positive habit moves you one step closer to greater financial security. The important thing isn't making every change at once. It's choosing one strategy, putting it into action, and building from there. Small improvements, repeated consistently, often produce the biggest long-term results. If you found these money-saving strategies helpful, consider giving this video a like and subscribing to Capital Compass Daily for more practical insights on personal finance, investing, business, and the U.S. economy. Thanks for watching. We'll continue following the latest financial trends and sharing strategies that can help you make more informed money decisions. See you in the next video.